Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the fourth SOP of IT. So earlier we have completed total 3 SOPs of HTML. So today we will start with the next section, JavaScript section, and this is SOP number 3 of JavaScript part. And according to your practicals, this is practical number 4, because earlier we have completed total 3 practicals. So students, there are list of practicals, so we can choose any practical to perform. So some of the practicals are cancelled by the board for this session only. So I am going to choose these SOPs accordingly. Okay, so I have chosen SOP number 3 of JavaScript. So the question is, create event-driven JavaScript program for the following. So you have to make use of event-driven programming. So what is event-driven programming is mouse events, keyboard events. So you have also studied that when we click on mouse, when we place the mouse over the content, the event occurs. So we have to make use of that part. And the next thing is make use of appropriate variables, JavaScript, inbuilt string functions and control structures. And the program is to accept string from the user and count number of vowels in the given string. So first of all, what is string? String is combination of characters. For example, there is a name Raman, R-A-M-A-N. So Raman is a string, because string is combination of characters. And what we have to do is we have to write a program to accept the string from the user and count the total number of vowels in the string. And we have to perform program to count the number of vowels. So I hope everyone must know that what are vowels. So there are total 5 vowels: A, E, I, O, U. So we have to design the program accordingly. So let's start with this program. So now I'm going to show you the code of the program. HTML, head, title. So the title I have chosen is program to calculate vowels in a given string. So you can choose any title. Next, head tag close, and then body tag start. So this is the start of the body tag, and inside the body tag we are going to create form. So we have to create form because we have to enter the name, and then we have to create a button which will calculate the which will check the string and calculate the number of vowels. So that's why we have to create some text boxes on the web page. So for this we are going to use form. So start with the form tag inside the body tag. So this is form tag, and the name that we have provided to the form is form1. So you know that always when we have to provide name, we always have to write it in double quotes. So name is equals to, this is the name form1, and you always have to write it double quotes and then bracket close. Now next thing is enter your name. So it will create this line on your web page. Enter your name, and you after that you require some text box where you have to enter your name. So for this we have to create a text box. So by using these properties we can create text box. So you know how we can create text box. Input type is equals to text. So this will create a text box on your web page. Input type is equals to text means it will create a text box on your form. Next is name is equals to T1. So this is the name that you have provided to your form, to your text box, not your form. So the name that you have provided to your form is form1, and T1 is the name given to text box. So this is the name T1, and you have to write this in double quotes. Now bracket close. Next tag is break tag. Break tag is we are ending this line and we want to move to next line. In the next line, we have to create a button which will calculate the vowels that we have entered in this text box. Okay, so for this we have to create a button. So forms also has property to create a button. So simply we have to write input type is equals to button. When we write input type is equals to button, this will create a button on your web page. Now we have to provide name to that button. So this is the name. Name is equals to btn check, button check. So this is the name that I have provided. So you can provide any of the name. Button check in double quotes. And now we have to provide value. So value is equals to count vowels in double quotes. So again this is the value that I have provided. But if you want to write any other value, you can give any other value. Now next thing, so input type button, you have to, in case of this, you have to provide two values, name and value. And next thing is on click event. On click event is the mouse event. On click event is the mouse handling event, that is the event will occur when we click on it. So this is on click event. On click event is equals to CNT and brackets. So this is a function because these are the function brackets. So I have just created a function and I have write the name of the function here. So we have to write the name of the function here in double quotes. So after when I will create a function and I will show you. Okay, and then bracket close, form tag close, body tag close. So students, till this what we have done is we have just created a form, and inside the form we have created two text boxes. Two text boxes, one as a text box and one as a button. Okay, so this is the text and this is the button. So we have created these two things on the form. So I will show you first of all output, that what the form will, how the form appears with this form. So I will show you the output. Okay, so this is the output of that thing. So this is enter name and text box that we have created by using form, and this is the button that we have created using forms property. So we just have to create only two things, text box and button. That's all. Now we will check the remaining part of the program. Okay. So now we have to do programming part, that is we have to write the script that how it will calculate or how it will check the vowels. Okay, so for this we have to use JavaScript. Script type is equals to, in the double quotes you have to write JavaScript. Okay, so script type is equals to, it can be text or JavaScript. So I have written both the things. So script type is equals to JavaScript in the double quotes. Now we have to create a function. So function word indicates that we are going to create function. Function, this is the name of the function. You can give any name. So I have given the name as CNT. So I have created a CNT function, count function. Okay. So now look at this line. On click event. So as I have applied on click event is equals to CNT. The meaning of this line is when we click on this function, when we click on CNT, it will allow us to move to this function. Okay, it will execute the part whatever we are going to declare or define inside the function, it will execute that part. So let's start with the function. In the function, we have to, inside the function, we are going to declare some variables that we have to use in the program. So variable S, I, CH and C. So these are the variables. we are initializing the C variable to 0. So initialize C variable to 0. Okay. So next line is S is equals to form1 dot T1 dot value. Now what is the meaning of this? So students, form1 is the name of the form that we have given to the form. So this is FRM1 form. See students, don't make a mistake if you change the name of the form. So you have to write the same name as it is, otherwise it will generate error. It will not generate output. So whatever name you are going to give to your form, you have to write the same name, because we are fetching data from that form. So form1 dot T1. T1 is the name given to the text box. T1 is the name given to the text box, and we have entered the value in the text box. So that is T1 dot value. So value is the value whatever will be in the button. So the value is count vowels. Okay. So the meaning of this line is whatever data we will enter in the form, that is in the text box, and when we click on the button, it will fetch the data. This statement will fetch the data and store that data in the S variable. Okay. So this is the data of text box of the form. Now we have transferred all the data, whatever string we have entered in the text box, we have transferred that string in the S variable. Now our data is in S, that is S variable. So what we have to do is we have to check the data and we have to count the number of vowels. So if we have to count the number of vowels, it means we have to repeat the process. So for this we have to apply loop. So in the next step we are going to apply loop. For loop, for I is equals to 0, I less than is equals to S minus length. I is equals to 0 means we are starting from the 0th index number. It will repeat the process until I is less than is equals to S minus length. S minus length, S dot length. S dot length means whatever will be the length of the string. So see students, in the previous step, we have stored the total string in the S. So let's suppose there are 7 characters in the string. So the length of the string is 7. So we have to check 7 characters to count the vowels. So this is S dot length. S means whatever 7, for example, this is 7. So 7 dot length. So 7 is the length of the string. So S dot length and then I plus plus. So it will repeat the process. So this loop is used to repeat the process to count the vowels. Next is inside the for loop, what we have to check is we have to apply condition, because JavaScript don't know what are vowels. So we are going to declare that what are vowels and what they have to check. So it will check accordingly. So next statement is S dot char add I. Char add is a JavaScript function. The function of char add, char char A, you have to write it in capital A-T. Char add means it will check the specific character at specific index value. So we are checking the character and we are going to start this character checking every character from ith value. So I, because we have started the loop with the ith variable. So S dot char add I, the meaning of this line is S is the string. Whatever is the string dot char ati. Char add I means it will check the ith character, then it will move to next step, second step, then it will check the second character and so on, and it will store the value in the ch. So it will store the value by checking the value of every character in the ch. Now what we have to check with the ch? We have to compare every character with whether it is A, E, I, O, U or not. So for this we have to apply condition if ch is equals to double is equals to, see students, in JavaScript double is equals to means is equals to. Whereas single, when we write single is equal to, it means we are assigning the value. Whereas double is equal to means this value is equal to this. So CH is equals to A. This is parallel symbol, or this is or condition, or CH is equals to small a. So you know there are 5 vowels A, E, I, O, U. So we have to check both uppercase letters or lowercase letters. So that's why we have write both uppercase and lowercase. Capital A, small a, capital E, small e, capital I, small I, O, O, and U, A, E, I, O, U. So these are the 5 vowels, and C plus plus, it will increment the step. That is, it will move to next character to check the second character, and then curly bracket close. Next is alert. It will generate the alert box. Alert is used to generate alert box, and it will generate the message as number of vowels in a string are double quotes close plus C. So the value is in the C variable. Initially we have initialized the C to 0. So after checking the total string, it will the value will be stored in the C. So that's why we are displaying the value of C. Then bracket close, semicolon, and then curly bracket close, square close, HTML close. So see students, this program is very easy, very simple program. Now I will explain you again. So what you have to do is, first of all, inside the body tag you have to create a form, and you have to provide proper name to the form. After that you have to create a text box and a button. So these are the two things, and next we have to apply click event on the button, because the program was we have to make use of event driven programming. Event driven programming means you can make use of any of the event driven function. So I have used on click event. So this is on click event. The meaning of on click event is when we click on this function, what will happen. So when we the meaning of this line is on click is equals to CNT. It will allow us to move to execute this function, because the name of the function is CNT. So whatever name you will give to the function, you have to write exactly same name here. So it will transfer the call to this part. So this is the definition of function, that what the function will perform. So we have fetched the data from the string. So this is the line from where we are fetching the data and storing that data in the S. Now we are checking the value of the S by checking the value of every variable, and this is the condition that we have to check. If it is equals to A, E, I, O, U, and alert box will generate the alert box. Script close and then HTML close. Now we will check output. Okay, so see students, this is the text box that we have created. This is the normal label that we have provided inside the form, and this is the button. Now we will check the output. For example, I have written a text as Arham. Okay, Arham College. So this is the text that I have entered in the text. Now when I click on this button, so this is a button. So you know that we have applied on click event on the button. So when I click on this, it will generate a text box. It will perform its function. That is, it has compared the every character that I have entered in the text box with the A, E, I, O, U, and it has generated the output in the form of this box. So answer is, this page says number of vowels in a string are 5. So there are total 5 vowels. So you can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are total 5 vowels. So the answer is the string has total 5 vowels. Okay. So now we will check with one more output. For example, the name is Raman. Okay. So now there are total 2 vowels. So we will check the output. So there are total 2 vowels in a string. Okay. So this is the output. and you have to execute this program at your end, and you have to save output because you have to make file. Okay, so I hope it is clear to everyone that how we have created a JavaScript program to calculate the number of vowels in a string. So with this we have completed total 4 programs of IT. So that's all for today.